The dreaded 2025 market update is here. Well, things are finally starting to change. Across the country, real estate is going through a big adjustment, and all the numbers are pointing to a new direction. I'm not talking about a little dip here. This feels like a much bigger shift. It's all connected, right? How much houses cost, what's in our bank accounts, and just the economy in general. Here in Vancouver, prices have dropped back to where they were 2 years ago. The rental market is getting easier for tenants, and the job market is cooling off too. So today, I'll break down what all this actually means for you. First, let's look at the country as a whole. It really helps to explain what's going on in our backyard. The job market in Canada is definitely softening. There are fewer jobs out there. Our economy is facing some unique hurdles right now, and it looks like things might be slow for a bit. And of course, that always hits the housing market. It also makes it tough for people to save money. A new survey came out with a trend that's really pretty wild. Almost half the working Canadians are just trying to keep up with today's bill, not saving for retirement. And that isn't a choice for most people. It's just a reality. And there's no surprise here. Everything is just so expensive. I'm sure when you go to the supermarket, everything is so expensive. I'm sure when you last met your friends, you were talking about grocery prices. You were talking about restaurant prices. It's so tough that 56% of people have actually hit pause on their retirement savings. That's a big deal, and it could cause some real challenges for the country down the road. So, what's next for us in Vancouver? I always find it helps to look at Toronto. Whatever happens there also gives us a preview. In Toronto, landlords are working hard to fill their buildings. Get this, two-thirds of new rental buildings are offering deals to get tenants into the door. That's a huge jump from last year. It shows renters finally have some bargaining power. So even if the ads say rent is the same, when you factor in the deals, people are actually paying about 6.5% less than last year. The story is similar for people buying homes here. Prices in Toronto have dropped way down from their peak in 2022. They're basically back to where they were in 2020. So what about July was, I don't know, it's just weird. In a way we've never seen before. We just had the most home sales of any month this year, but that is still down 14% from the long-term average. So it's not like the market is suddenly hot again. But here's the crazy part. More homes sold in July than in June. That almost never happens. July is supposed to be slower. Let's talk about inventory. There are a lot of homes right now for sale, about 20% more than last year and 40% more than the 10-year average. For buyers, all of this inventory is great news, but it just means you have options. Now, there's something a bit heavier, foreclosures. They jumped 14% in BC last month alone. With all that said, where are prices? Well, they've dropped for the fourth month in a row. The benchmark price is now about $1.165 million. We really have to go back to March 2023. The market is definitely in a state of rebalance. The key that I'm seeing is that more people are buying, but prices are still falling. If that keeps up, we'll likely see prices continue to soften. And from what I'm hearing and seeing out there, August is pretty quiet. The people who are buying and selling right now are doing so because they have to. Whether it's a life event, a new job, it's really not about investment. The market is a really tale of two cities. If you're a buyer, you're in a good spot. You have choices, you have time, and you can negotiate. Sellers, we have to be realistic. You may have memories of it going crazy, multiple bids. That's just not happening anymore. The crazy prices from a couple years ago, no, they're just not happening. Things are changing fast, and my job is to track it all for you. If you have any questions about your neighborhood or just want to chat about what all this means for you, please reach out. I'm out here to help. Thanks for tuning in and have a great week.